Ben, I guess 3 games unbeaten, sitting 4th. Must be a sort of pretty happy place at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. We had a pretty poor run of form prior to these 3 games, so I think we're back on track. And if we can get a win on the weekend and finish strong, we could end up with a home final, which I think is a good result.
And talk to us a little bit about Saturday night's game. I guess it was a bit of a battle almost, wasn't it? Does that sort of show, I guess, where the team's at the moment, that they had that sort of resilience and character to sort of dig deep and get that really crucial point?
Yeah, it was a bit of an ugly game in the second half. We had our backs against the wall a bit. I think it was crucial that we got a goal in the first half. We didn't get a goal, unfortunately, and yeah, as you said, we were very resilient, and it was important not to concede. And I think a point away from home against a good City side was not a bad result in the end.
Do you look forward to the derby, or what is considered the derby, the original rivalry with the Victory? Do you look forward to that?
Yeah, definitely. We always get a really good turnout, and I think the last match against them when we beat them at home was probably the best atmosphere we've had all season outside the cup final. So yeah, always playing against Victory is a good game.
What's been spoken about it thus far? Is it? I mean, you mentioned obviously on the line is a home final. Is it something that's in the front of mind for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the goal in the previous weeks was just to make the finals. Now we've consolidated ourselves in the 6th. And yeah, we're sitting 4th, so it's ours to lose. If we can beat Victory and get a good result against Brisbane, then we're guaranteed to finish 4th, and that's what we're aiming for.
What do you feel has sort of changed, Ben? Obviously, I mean, the season generally was tracking pretty well. You had that really tough 5-match run where you couldn't win, could barely score a goal. What do you think has changed in these past few weeks to get things back on track again?
We kind of sat down together as a group when we were in this bad patch of form, but it's typical of any season. You're always going to have a dip. We also played some pretty difficult games. The teams we lost to were strong teams away from home. We kind of always backed ourselves. We knew that we were capable of playing good football, and yeah, football changes pretty quickly. You win a couple of games and all of a sudden you're in form.
Was part of that though, put the whole coaching issue out of your heads, concentrate on now?
Yeah, I don't think it really played much of a role. We kind of found out that Marco was leaving after the patch of form, and we've really turned things around since. Credit to Marco, he's remained very professional. He's done great things for the club, and we've got the same goal in mind. That's to make the final. So if they make the top, get a home final, and then go as far as we can.
How did you take the news going back there now?
Initially, I was a little disappointed. I've really enjoyed working with Marco, but ultimately it's the club's decision. I can't control it. He's here to the end of the season, so we have, as I said, the same goal in mind. It's to make the finals, hopefully win the final if we get there, and then after that, it's kind of it's out of my hands, that decision, I guess.
Is there in any way a squad response to the news? I mean, if there are a few other guys who are maybe a little bit disappointed and haven't lost a game since, was any way there a response as a squad to that news, and that's correlated with you?
I don't think so. I mean, we have, regardless of whether Marco was leaving at the end of the season or staying, as I said, we all have the same goal in mind. It's not like Marco getting the sack and not being in next year means that all of a sudden we don't want to win the final. He's ambitious, and so are we, so I don't think it really changed anything.
And obviously, Ben, you've played in Germany and played overseas, where I guess coaching changes and off-field things happen pretty often. Playing in that environment, does that sort of teach you to almost block those off-field things out and concentrate on your own job and what's happening on the field?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been at clubs where we had 4 different coaches in the one season, and it's absolute chaos. So, yeah, you can't really focus too much on that because there's games coming thick and fast.
And what about yourself personally? Obviously, you've had a bit of time out with the ankle injury. How's that feeling?
Yeah, it's just great to be back. Yeah, I'd like to improve my own form a bit, but that kind of always takes a bit of time. But I'm just happy to be back in the team and to be contributing to some winning games.
You've had a couple of days, I suppose, of readying yourself for Victory. What do they present in terms of what they're going to do on the ground to you?
Attacking wise, they're brilliant. They got some really world-class players that can make a difference. But we'll probably approach it the way we did in the first game. We'll look to press them, try and get them the front foot because we're going to be at home, and we did it last time, so there's no reason we can't do it again.
Converting chances still a big issue of concern, or not concern, but a focal point in training.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, this whole season we haven't had an out-and-out goal scorer. But we know we've kind of got to share the load, and everyone's got to contribute, pitch in with goals. So can't really change that. But as long as we don't concede and get a goal or two in a game, then we can win most games.
You had one, but you got sent off straight after.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Someone who scored it. Yeah, no, he's learned his lesson. It's not really. Can't really explain what's going through his head, but he scored 2 goals, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
How about Yordi? Has the boys got around him at all? He's a striker and scored a goal yet?
Yeah, it's really not something you chat about amongst the team. He's a goal scorer. He's a striker who wants to score goals. So it's not really something you have to speak about. He just has to put in a training, and when he gets his chance, he'll hopefully pop up and score a goal for us.
How is he anyway? Because he obviously went off with looked like a rolled ankle on the weekend. How's he been this week?
I'm not entirely sure. He didn't train fully with us today. It's not looking too serious, but I haven't spoken to physios or spoken to him personally about how he's actually doing.
And what about Bubba and Jordan Elsey? They're 2 guys who've been out for a little while. Apparently they were back training last week. Are they in the middle of training this week?
Yeah, well, they're back to nearly fully training with the team. I don't know how far away they are from playing games, but they're 2 players that can make a massive difference for us, especially in the back end of the season.
And Nicola's another one that obviously had some time out along with yourself. Having him back, and I think in the game in the weekend, actually both you guys out there, George Blackwood was out. Does it feel like you're getting guys back at a really crucial point of the season? Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ryan Strain's probably the only one who's still a week or 2 away. It's very important to have everyone fit at this part of the season, and as I said, they're very important players coming back, so it's very good for us.
You, in that respect, are you acutely aware as a playing group too about, obviously there's great players playing for Victory, but there's also a lot of money involved in getting those players, and you guys are more we'll slip under the radar and get them?
I don't know if we're slipping under the radar when we're playing them, because we beat them last time at home, and it's always a competitive game when we do play them. Sure, they've put maybe a bit more money into their team, but we're confident with the players we have, and I don't think we would trade them.